Hello and welcome back. After clearing the dungeons around my lighthouse, I made an atlas and traveled further out in search of more loot. You'll want to leave a copy of the atlas at home so you don't lose all your markers. We found a massive Lycanites dungeon that spawned completely above ground a couple thousand blocks away. It towers above the landscape with many exposed hallways and rooms. It looks like a chaotic wizard's tower to me. There were at least 10 boss bars visible from outside, one for each floor. There's also a dragon's nest from fire and ice around the corner. We found a jungle temple nearby where I set my spawn and made some chests. This will work for a base until we defeat the dungeon. The first boss we encountered was a Jabberwock named Princess. This wall of the boss room was missing, so she jumped right down to attack me. I took the opportunity to do some testing while she's stuck on the ground. The first couple are unimpressive until I summoned a Jabberwock of my own. Princess doesn't turn hostile, letting it deal maximum damage before despawning. It also helps that she's much slower in water than on land. The bosses drop a charged soulstone, and using it adds a new pet to your collection. The second princess was a very easy fight. I just broke a block in the doorway so our Jabberwocks could fit through, and the boss was still trapped. Our summons killed her without much trouble, although it was a bit noisy. Next up is Pong, a pink monkey-like monster. He's very fast and can leap across the room, so kiting him doesn't work. He can also fit through the doorway and will chase you down the hall. He throws poop at us, which inflicts poison. Luckily, I have my poison bauble, so that didn't do any damage. By summoning Tremors, you can keep him floating in the air and mostly stationary. This makes it much easier to shoot him, or just wait for your summons to finish it off. He drops a poop scepter and another soulstone. I've gotten 2 Azure Venoraptors so far, which are great for clearing the trash mobs. All that's left are the Malevolent Observers. I was disappointed that you can no longer tame the bosses since version 2.8. I guess it was a little overpowered, so we'll just have to kill him instead. I tried summoning all sorts of creatures with little effect. The Darkling did okay, but we ended up using melee weapons when he flies down close to the door. Just make sure to dodge the big blue explosions. It took a while to axe him down, and I almost died from thirst. That's why I always carry a bucket of water. He dropped an Aberration Soulstone, 50 diamonds, and an Arcane Laser Storm Scepter. Pretty good deal if you ask me. Now we can use the scepters to kill the remaining observers. It does massive damage, but can spawn tremors, so be careful. It's still best to hide in the doorway and summon your healing nymphs as needed. The upper rooms were very cold, but the nymphs' regeneration kept us alive through hypothermia as well. This time the soulstone held a beholder, so I have my very own flying tentacle monster. It's a pretty cool mount, but not nearly as maneuverable as my rock. His special ability lets you shoot the big blue orb. I learned to keep him on passive unless you want a bunch of holes in your base. I collected enough experience to level all my skills up to 16, so I can finally use diamond gear. I also crafted 8 more heart canisters to fill out my health bar. With the bosses slain, I can start moving into the tower. I built a bridge from the temple steps across the water using the braziers as supports. Originally, they had flames on top, but we really don't want cinders to spawn here. I extended the walls in front of the temple to make a raised walkway connecting to the bridge. Then I added slabs going up to the dungeon from there. This way, I can walk between the buildings without getting attacked. After looting so many dungeons, our storage is overflowing and completely disorganized. I really need to do some inventory management. I figured an armory would be a good place to start since every piece takes up a whole slot. It is completely enclosed with stone brick just to be safe. Each type of armor has its own little alcove indicated by the armor stand. Even though it's a storage room, I didn't want the main focus to be the chests. At the end are some furnaces, anvils, and a crafting table. I store the horse and pet armor here as well. I can use F7 to see the light level of each block to make sure creepers won't spawn. I do plan to add a lot more farms and storage to the tower as we progress. I hope you enjoyed this episode of RLcraft, and I would love to hear what you think of it. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.